right, friend, let's get lifted. Legally, of course.
Yeah.
We're going deep into legal jargon today. Like all those words, right, that just make you feel like you need a law degree just to figure out like what's going on.
Right.
And we're going to unpack this linguistic maze,
Yeah.
Explore it's like twisty roots and maybe find some giggles in all the absurdity. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down.
Yeah.
I am feeling particularly philosophical today.
Oh, man, me too.
Ready to, dissect the very fabric of legal terminology.
Yeah, like what is truth? What is justice? What is the meaning of life, man?
Whoa, right.
Getting a little deep there. But seriously, though, this legal jargon, man, it's a trip. It's like some secret code that only lawyers know.
It's got a certain mystique, that's for sure.
Totally. Separating the elite from us,
Yeah.
Like take the word exculpatory, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Just sounds like powerful and freeing, like poof, all charges dismissed. You're free to go, my dude. Free to roam the streets.
Free to devour all the cookies.
Exactly. But seriously, what's the deal with exculpatory? Like, why can't they just say innocent?
Well, exculpatory has a more nuanced meaning, It's not about just being innocent. It's about having the evidence, that clears you from any blame. It's like that sweet, sweet DNA evidence that sets you free, man.
Oh, yeah. Like, imagine you're wrongly accused of a crime and then, bam!
Right.
Exculpatory evidence shows up. You're off the hook.
Yeah.
It's like a legal get-out-of-jail-free card.
Exactly. It also has ancient roots. It comes from the Latin ex, meaning out of, and culpa, meaning blame. So it's basically all about being out of blame.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward when you think about it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Latin, man. That's like so old school, dude. It's like those lawyers are like channeling ancient Roman spirits or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of old school, what about the word culprit? It sounds like some kind of medieval villain. You know what I'm saying?
It does have a certain archaic charm to it.
Yeah.
And the history is equally fascinating. So it actually comes from the Anglo-French culpable, which was shortened to cul in legal briefs.
Oh.
And then they tacked on pressed or prete, meaning ready to prove an accusation. So basically, a culprit is someone who is ready to be proven guilty.
Lawyers, man.
Right.
They love their abbreviations, dude.
Yes.
It's like they invented texting, like CULAAR. But seriously, all these legal terms, they're like layers upon layers of meaning.
Yeah.
It's making my brain hurt, dude.
Your brain might hurt even more if you were trying to wade through actual legal documents.
Oh.
But luckily, there's a solution for that.
Oh, tell me, is there some kind of magic potion that makes legal jargon understandable?
Not a potion, but something even better.
What?
It's Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs. It's like having a digital legal guru by your side, guiding you through that labyrinth of legal terminology.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine if ChatGPT could translate all that legal mumbo jumbo into plain English, man.
Right.
No more headaches trying to decipher those convoluted sentences,
Exactly. And it can even help you,
Yeah.
craft your own legal documents, with AI-powered finesse.
Oh, wow.
Think of it as your secret weapon for navigating the legal world.
Swetlana AI, you are a genius, dude. Seriously, though, all this talk about ancient languages and legal codes, it's making me feel like we're on, some kind of historical quest, man.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Legal Jargon.
A very apt analogy.
Yeah.
And speaking of historical legal shenanigans, have you ever heard the term kangaroo court?
Oh, man, totally.
Yeah.
Like those old Western movies, right? Rough justice, hanging judges, the whole 9 yards. I always thought it came from Australia, though, with those jumpy kangaroos.
Actually, it's an American term, believe it or not.
Oh.
It likely originated during the gold rush.
Oh.
Those wild, wild times.
Yeah.
Maybe linked to those shady claim jumpers getting quick trials, or those hopping circuit judges,
Yeah.
who traveled around dispensing justice.
Hopping judges. Those dudes were the original gig economy hustlers, man.
Right.
Got gavel, will travel. I could just see them riding around in their covered wagons, dispensing justice with a side of sourdough bread.
A vivid image indeed. A far cry from the structured courtrooms we have today. But the term kangaroo court, it reminds us of a time when, legal proceedings were a little more
flexible. More chaotic and unpredictable, right?
Right.
But hey, maybe that's where the fun is, you know? Who needs rules when you've got a hopping judge and a six-shooter?
Let's not get carried away.
Okay.
While the Wild West might have had its appeal, I think most of us prefer a more like structured and predictable legal system.
Yeah.
One where the concept of truth, is a central role.
Truth, man. That's the big one. Like, the whole point of the legal system is to, like, find the truth, right?
Right.
To separate the guilty from the innocent.
Exactly.
The cookie thieves from the saints.
And the word verdict itself speaks to that quest for truth. It comes from the Latin veredictum, meaning to say the truth.
Whoa, Latin again, man. Those Romans, they really knew their stuff. To say the truth makes you wonder, like, what is truth, man? Is it objective? Is it subjective? Is it, like, relative?
Those are some deep philosophical questions, and the legal system, it grapples with them constantly. Like, what constitutes evidence?
Yeah.
How do we determine, the credibility of witnesses? What role does interpretation play in, like, shaping our understanding of the facts?
My head is spinning, man. It's like 1 minute we're talking about hopping judges, and the next minute we're, like, diving into the existential nature of truth, dude.
That's the beauty of exploring legal jargon. It's a journey through history, through philosophy, even a touch of absurdity.
Totally. It's like we're taking a psychedelic trip through the legal system, man.
Yeah.
With Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs as our guide.
And a very knowledgeable guide it is. Imagine with ChatGPT, you can access, like, centuries of legal knowledge, right? At your fingertips. You can decode complex terminology, analyze legal documents, even craft your own persuasive argument.
Dude, ChatGPT is like the ultimate legal wingman. It's like, don't worry, bro. I got you covered. We'll navigate this legal maze together.
Exactly. It's about empowering individuals,
Yeah.
to understand and engage with the legal system,
Right.
to assert their rights, and to seek justice with confidence.
Speaking of seeking justice, what about those lucky ducks who have an alibi? Like, I wasn't there, man. I was somewhere else doing stuff.
The classic alibi.
Yeah.
The ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card.
But how do you prove an alibi, man? It's like you have to be in two places at once.
It does require a certain level of ingenuity, but that's where ChatGPT can come in handy,
Oh, really?
So it can help you, like, brainstorm different alibi scenarios.
Oh, wow.
Analyze timelines, even gather, like, supporting evidence. It's like your own personal alibi consultant.
Dude, that's amazing. ChatGPT is like the ultimate legal MacGyver. It can, like, get you out of any legal jam with its AI-powered ingenuity.
I wouldn't go that far, but it can certainly be a valuable tool for anyone, seeking to understand and navigate the complexities of the legal system.
Totally. So as we continue our deep dive into this legal jungle, let's keep exploring these, like, fascinating terms, unraveling their history and uncovering their hidden meanings, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, with Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs, by our side, we've got nothing to fear.
Except perhaps running out of cookies.
True that, dude. Gotta stay fueled up for this legal adventure.
Indeed. Now, where were we? Yes, alibis.
Okay.
Let's delve a little deeper into the art of being elsewhere,
All right. Let's do it.
Alibis. It's like you weren't there, but you were there to not be there, Whoa, this THC is really kicking in.
Dude, my brain just did a somersault. Alibis are like the ultimate paradox, man. Like, how can you prove you weren't somewhere by proving you were somewhere else? It's like, whoa.
That's the beauty of the legal system, right?
Yeah.
It's all logic and reason.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels like we're tumbling down a rabbit hole of, like, twisted logic,
Totally. It's like Alice in Wonderland meets Law and Order. But seriously, you need, like, a rock-solid alibi if you want to avoid those pesky accusations.
And that's where Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs comes in, my friend. Think about it. You've got this, like, AI powerhouse, right?
Yeah.
At your fingertips, helping you, like, craft the perfect alibi defense. It's like having a digital Perry Mason in your pocket.
Oh, nice.
Ready to, like, whip out a winning strategy.
Dude, ChatGPT is like the ultimate legal ninja, man. Stealthy, strategic, and always one step ahead. Like, don't worry, I've got your back. We'll create an alibi so airtight it'll make those prosecutors' heads explode.
Well, I wouldn't advocate for exploding heads.
No.
But I do see your point. ChatGPT can analyze timelines, identify, like, potential witnesses,
Yeah.
even suggest creative explanations that, like, align with the evidence. It's a game changer for sure.
Speaking of games, this whole legal system's like a game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A game of, like, strategy, persuasion, And, well, sometimes a little bit of luck.
There's definitely an element of strategy involved, like a chess match, where each side is like moving their pieces carefully, trying to, outmaneuver the other. But unlike chess, the legal system, it deals with, real lives, real consequences.
Whoa, heavy, man. We're talking about freedom, justice, the very fabric of society.
Yeah.
And it's all wrapped up in this, dense, convoluted language that most people can't even understand.
That's why it's so important to demystify legal jargon, to make it accessible to everyone. And that's what we're trying to do here, right? To break it down, explore its origins, find the humor in its absurdity.
Totally. We're like the legal Robin Hoods of the podcasting world, man. Stealing jargon from the rich and giving it to the poor. Or something like that.
A noble mission indeed. And with the help of Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs, we can empower even more people to understand and navigate the legal system.
Right. It's like we're giving people the tools they need to, fight for their rights, to challenge this system too. Whoa, dude. I think I just had another epiphany.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if, we use ChatGPT to rewrite all the laws in plain English?
Okay.
No more legalese, just clear, simple language that everyone can understand.
Now, that's a fascinating idea. Imagine laws written in a way that's actually accessible, to the people they are supposed to govern. It would be a revolution in legal transparency.
Revolution. Dude, we're talking about changing the world, man.
I like it.
Changing the legal system. One jargon-free sentence at a time.
I admire your passion, and while rewriting all the laws might be a little ambitious, ChatGPT can certainly play a role in, making the legal system, more understandable and navigable.
Totally. It's we're giving people the power to, understand their rights, to draft contracts, to, defend themselves in court. It's legal empowerment, dude, on a massive scale.
Speaking of legal empowerment, let's not forget the importance of, understanding the different types of legal proceedings. You've got your, civil cases, your criminal cases, your administrative hearings.
Oh, dude, slow down. My brain is already fried from all this legal talk.
I feel it.
Civil, criminal, administrative. It's all starting to, blur together, man.
Perhaps a concrete example would help. Imagine your neighbor keeps blasting, obnoxious music late at night.
Dude, I've totally been there. My old neighbor used to have these, all-night karaoke parties, man.
Oh, geez.
It was brutal.
Well, in that case, you might consider, filing a civil lawsuit against your neighbor for, noise disturbance.
A lawsuit? Whoa, that sounds serious.
It does, doesn't it?
Lawyers in suits, courtroom drama, the whole 9 yards.
Not necessarily. Civil lawsuits can range from, simple disputes to, complex litigation.
Okay.
And with the help of ChatGPT, you can understand the process,
Yeah.
Gather evidence, even draft your own legal documents.
Dude, ChatGPT is like the Swiss Army knife of legal tools, man. It can do everything.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I do believe ChatGPT can be a valuable resource, for anyone navigating the legal system.
Right.
It's about demystifying the process,
Yeah.
empowering individuals, promoting a more accessible and equitable legal landscape.
Legal landscape. Dude, that makes me think of a vast desert with all these legal terms scattered around like cacti.
I like it.
And we're these intrepid explorers, man.
Yeah.
Hacking our way through the jargon jungle with ChatGPT as our trusty machete.
A rather colorful analogy, but I see your point.
Yeah.
The legal world can feel vast and intimidating, but
With the right tools and guidance, we can navigate it with confidence.
Totally. And speaking of guidance, we should probably get back to discussing these specific legal terms, right? We were talking about alibi and wait, where were we going with that?
I believe we were pondering the complexities of,
Yeah.
proving an alibi and how ChatGPT could potentially assist in crafting a strong defense strategy.
Right. Alibis. They're the ultimate mind game, man.
Yes.
You have to prove you weren't somewhere by proving you were somewhere else. Whoa.
Indeed. It's a fascinating, legal concept.
Yeah.
And one that ChatGPT can, help us understand more deeply.
Totally. So let's, fire up those AI synapses and,
Yeah.
dive back into the world of alibis. Dude, where are we? I feel like we've been, wandering through this legal labyrinth forever. It's one twisty term leads to another.
Right.
And pretty soon you're just lost in a jungle of jargon. You're not wrong. The legal world can be quite the maze. even for those, familiar with its paths.
Yeah, like I need a legal GPS, man, or something.
Right.
Or maybe like a legal Sherpa to guide me through this like treacherous terrain, you know what I mean?
Speaking of guides, I think we have just the tool for the job. Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs. It's like having a digital legal compass, always pointing you in the right direction.
Dude, ChatGPT is like the ultimate legal trailblazer, man. It can like cut through all that dense undergrowth of legalese and like lead us to the clearing of like understanding.
Well, rather apt analogy. And with ChatGPT, you can explore the legal landscape with confidence, knowing you have like a reliable guide by your side.
Right. It's like we're on this like legal safari, man. And ChatGPT is our trusty Jeep, navigating the rough terrain, keeping us safe from all those like dangerous legal predators.
Perhaps a bit dramatic, but I understand your point.
Yeah.
The legal world can be, daunting, especially for those unfamiliar with its like rules and customs.
Yeah, totally. It's like you're like wandering through this legal jungle, man.
Yeah.
And all these strange creatures are lurking in the shadows,
Right.
ready to pounce on you with their like complicated contracts and like tricky legal loopholes.
While I wouldn't necessarily characterize legal concepts as like creatures, I do see your point about the potential for confusion and intimidation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like with ChatGPT, we can like shine a light on those like dark legal corners, expose those like tricky traps, and navigate this jungle with confidence, man.
Indeed. ChatGPT can help us decode,
Yeah.
like complex terminology.
Yeah.
Analyze legal documents, even, craft our own persuasive arguments. It's like having a legal superpower, right in our pockets.
Pockets, man. That reminds me. What about those like legal terms that sound like they like belong in someone's pocket? Like habeas corpus, it sounds like some kind of ancient talisman or something.
Habeas corpus is indeed a powerful legal concept, one that dates back to medieval England. It's a writ that requires a person under arrest to be brought before a judge or court, ensuring that no one is imprisoned unlawfully.
Whoa, medieval England, man. Knights, castles, dungeons. It's like we're time traveling through like legal history, dude.
And with ChatGPT, we can access like centuries of legal knowledge.
Whoa.
From ancient Rome to modern day courtrooms. It's like having a legal time machine in our hands.
A time machine, man. That's trippy. It's like we can go back in time and witness like those epic like legal battles, man, like the trial of Socrates or the signing of the Magna Carta.
While ChatGPT might not provide a literal time traveling experience, it can certainly offer insights into the, historical development of legal concepts and principles.
Right. It's like we're like tracing the evolution of law, man, from those like ancient legal codes to the like complex legal systems we have today. And it's all thanks to this like amazing AI technology, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Swetlana AI, you are a rock star.
Mm-hmm. Your enthusiasm is contagious. And speaking of rock stars, what about those legal terms that sound like they belong, like on a concert stage?
Yeah.
Like voir dire. It sounds like some kind of heavy metal band.
Voir dire, dude. That's the one where they like question like potential jurors, right?
Yes.
Like, are you biased? Are you prejudiced? Are you ready to rock?
Close, but not quite. Voir dire is the process of questioning potential jurors to determine, their suitability for a particular case. It's about ensuring that the jury is like impartial,
Yeah.
and capable of rendering a fair verdict.
Right. Impartiality, that's key. It's like you don't want a jury full of like headbangers if you're like on trial for like disturbing the peace with your like awesome air guitar skills.
While I wouldn't necessarily recommend like air guitar as a legal defense strategy,
Okay.
I do appreciate your point about the importance of jury selection. And with ChatGPT, you can gain a deeper understanding of this process and even explore different strategies for like jury selection.
Strategies, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This whole legal system is like a game.
Yeah.
A game of strategy, wit, persuasive argumentation. And with ChatGPT, we can like up our game, man, and play to win.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily characterize the legal system as a game.
Okay.
I do agree that understanding legal strategies is crucial, and ChatGPT can be a valuable tool for, exploring those strategies.
Right.
And developing, effective legal arguments.
Totally. It's like ChatGPT's our legal coach, man, giving us the playbook and helping us like call the right plays.
A rather sporty analogy, but I do see your point about ChatGPT's potential as a legal assistant and guide.
Right. It's like we've got this AI legal dream team on our side, man, ready to like tackle any legal challenge. And with Swetlana AI's ChatGPT for legal briefs as our like playbook, we can't lose, man.
Well, I wouldn't guarantee victory in every legal situation. I do believe that ChatGPT can significantly enhance, our understanding of legal concepts and strategies.
Totally. So as we wrap up this like epic legal journey, man, let's give a big shout out to Swetlana AI and ChatGPT for legal briefs for being our like awesome legal companions on this trip,
Yeah.
And remember, my friends, knowledge is power. And with the power of ChatGPT, we can all be like legal eagles soaring through the skies of justice. Peace out.